Got the candies, got plenty of rare candies. It's looking like the hand, one of those hands from last game where we had so many rare candies. Another triple gold rare candy hand. Yo, what is going on, you shriveled shuckle? Today we're playing some games with Cinderace, not VMAX, Cinderace, the stage 1 attacker. I played this yesterday on stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. I stream there every single day. On the decks out of Discord stream, where the Twitch subs put decks in the Discord, and then I play with them. And it was actually pretty good, except for the ADP Zacian matchup. I was beating most things with Cinderace, which kind of makes sense. The prize trade is just really in its favor against most matchups. You play up against I don't know, a Scorch, you're 2-hit KOing them. They're 1-hit KOing you, but that's 3 prizes for 2. Same thing if you go up against something like even like a Lapras VMAX or an Inteleon VMAX. We've got the Mew to protect our bench from the Inteleon specifically. Go up against a Pikarom, 2-hit KO them, they 1-hit KO you, so they get 2, you get 3. So prize trade just really good for Cinderace against a lot of things. So tried it out, it felt pretty good. Like I said, ADP Zacian is kind of a rough matchup. The list 424 Cinderace Cinderace, no VMAX, Cinderace for Jirachi. It is a Jirachi engine build, so we have to go from the bench to our active to activate the ability, which says when this Pokemon moves from our bench to our active spot, we can attach 2 fire energy from our discard pile, and then we get, you know, the 3 energy we need, or 2 of them we need. We do 190, discard 2 energy, and we play Recycle Energy, so that makes up our 3rd energy, and then we discard the fires back to the discard pile, and then they probably knock us out. We get the Recycle back to our hand, put it on a new Cinderace, and then somehow get into the active through a switch or a Scoop Up Net or an Air Balloon on something, back to the active, 2 new fire energy, go from there. So there is a Jirachi engine build for Jirachi. Got 1 Mew to protect our bench. I do play an Oranguru in here as well. So like before we Marnie or research, we can, like, let's say we have a Rare Candy in hand, and we're like, all right, we want to save this Rare Candy, research, and we research into Rare Candy plus Great Ball into the Cinderace, go from there. I'm using Great Balls instead of comms because I'm not a big fan of Pokemon comms, and the Great Balls have felt fine, especially when we have Rosa. Like, one of the things we want to find off the rip is just a bunch of Scorbunnies. So sometimes we just don't, comm just doesn't flow very well. We want to put our Pokemon in play, and Rosa in here to find Pokemon as well has just been great. So that finds us like our Cinderace or whatever Pokemon we need specifically on that turn. So 4 Quick Ball, 4 Great Ball for the Pokemon search, of course. 4 Quick Ball, best card in the game. 2 Ordinary Rod to recover the Cinderace pieces. We can try and make, you know, 5 or 6 Cinderaces throughout a game. 4 Rare Candy, 4 Net, 4 Switch. Got to move this stuff around to get it into the active to get that ability triggered. 2 Hearth to help find energy and discard energy. The Hearths have been super good. 2 Boss, so we can like chase stuff like Crobats, Dodenes, whatever, to close out the game faster if we want to. 3 Marnie, 4 Research, 3 Rosa, and then those 2 Air Balloons. Like I said, we just got to get these Cinderace into the active spot. Sometimes, you know, we'll have a Jirachi with an Air Balloon, and we just won't Stellar Wish because we can just retreat it immediately, and that's all we need to do is just go from the bench, or from the active to the bench into the Cinderace to get the energy, and that's good enough. And yeah, that's the list. That's the game plan. Let's go ahead, let's get into some games. All right, into our first game, we did open the Jirachi Optimal starter. The rest of the hand, no draw support yet, but we did open a Jirachi, so we can get to one probably pretty easily. Maul Wild Start from our opponent, so that's not a good sign for us. Like I said, the ADP Zacian matchup is rough, and it probably means we are up against ADP Zacian. We'll try still. Gonna try our best. I do kind of like the Oranguru grab here to save the Red Candy. We can also do this. We can go grab Oranguru. I can go probably wisdom the candy back for now. I don't have to draw into it. Oh, another Raboot is not great. Stellar Wish to shuffle the deck. Could Marnie. I don't think I really want to. I'm just gonna fail this. Go Air Balloon, Net, and what's research the anyway. It's not that big of a deal. If it is up against ADP Zacian, the game's gonna be over super soon and super fast. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of time to play anyways. We have to retreat back. Attach, Recycle, Stellar Wish. Gonna grab the Great Ball. Do have the Red Candies in hand, so if we can just Great Ball into a Cinderace, that'd be great, because then we can Red Candy it. If not, we can like save one of these for later. Oh, I mean, I guess I couldn't really avoid them getting the Wily Bite knockout, could I? They were always getting that, weren't they? I'm trying to think if I could have avoided this Wily Bite happening. I don't think so, because I had to put the rank. I guess I could have gone just one Scorbunny, and then they couldn't Wily Bite. But that means they're not GX attacking this turn, which, to be honest, I'm kind of fine with that trade. If they're not GX attacking this turn, I think that puts us in like a better spot overall anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. Our best top deck here is Rosa. If we're going to top deck anything, Rosa would be the best top deck, most optimal top deck. Actually, they might just... oh, they're going in. They're trying to pull off double E-switch here. Oh, the Chaotic Swell's annoying. We can't get our Hearth in play now. Let's see if they get that double E-switch. We could still get off an attack this turn, which would be a big deal if we can get off an attack this turn. This is how we have a chance to win this matchup, actually, if we can get an off attack this turn. We're still asleep, and that's fine. Another Jirachi would be fine to put on the bench. So we start with the Great Ball. We look for the... Oof, no Cinderace. All right, we'll grab another Scorbunny. Now I can hide one of these Rare Candies, though, before we research. Did get a Quick Ball, but I'm not going to play because I want to draw into that Rare Candy. Jirachi, Air Balloon... Probably to this Jirachi, then Scorbunny, and then I'm going to research. I want to draw into the Rare Candy, so I'm not going to play this Quick Ball here to thin out Jirachi or something. Got the candies, got plenty of Rare Candies. No, nothing else, though. A bunch of Rare Candies, nothing else. Got a Rosa in hand, so I'm going to take the option of the Marnie for the next turn. And, alright. Pass. Just going to hold the hand. I could have put this Recycle in play somewhere, but it doesn't really do a whole ton to have it in play. So there's really no point that I can think of to put it in play. I think it's better in the hand here, or it's just fine in the hand here. Don't need to put it in play, basically, is what I'm trying to say. There's a Marnie for my opponent. I don't really like that because all my Rare Candies are on the bottom of my deck now, because we did discard our 4th Rare Candy because we had that hand with 2 Rare Candies, so that doesn't feel great, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We should be fine. Got an Ordinary Rod. That'll allow us to shuffle our deck. We can put back in a Cinderace and a Raboot. We can discard this Fire Energy. Maybe we can get off that attack this turn. If we can get that attack this turn, that's what we're looking for. All right. Ooh, both Boss in the hand. I don't really want to conserve one, though. I kind of want to save the Primate Wisdom use for later. I think I just go with the Research. Hitting their active is usually always going to be fine in this matchup as well. Don't really need to do anything else. All right, bump with Hearth. Quick Ball away Jirachi. Grab Scorbunny, I guess. Stellar Wish. There's a Rare Candy. And we can Primate Wisdom. Let's just go with the Marnie here, I guess. Primate Wisdom the Marnie. So Quick Ball. Quick Ball away the Scorbunny. I'm gonna grab a Mew. They're in there still. Those. All right. Mew and pass. All right. Pass back over to my opponent again. We'll see where we go from here. I'm saving this switch for next turn. I'm not trying to use it this turn. Saving it for next turn. Here comes the Alter Creation, which means we probably just lose on this turn. Yeah, when they're not taking knockouts, it can be hard for us to set up our Cinderaces. We're usually fine losing the first prize check because that means we then get to Rosa and then just kind of set up for the turn and be ready to go. But when they don't take any knockouts, which is what ADP doesn't do in the first turn, and they Alter Creation first, and then we still can't set up because they didn't take any knockouts, so we can't Rosa, and then they Ultimate Ray before we get to actually attack. That's when they just kind of win the prize every time. That's why this matchup is so tough. It's one of the biggest things, they don't attack us. Stellar Wish first. All right, we found a Great Ball. Now we're going to Great Ball. There's 3 Cinderace in the deck. Hopefully we can pull one here. We did. Rare Candy. Cinderace. We're going to switch into this Jirachi. Hatch the Recycle. Research here. Looking for a Fire Energy. Got it. All right, we can attack this turn at the very least. Got a Hearth. Got an Evolve. Got a Hearth away of Fire. Grab. All right, prized our 3rd Fire, but that's fine. We don't need it. Primate Wisdom. I guess if we get Marnie, I'd want to draw into probably Marnie because I think we have to like disrupt them at this point to have a chance, but I don't even know if that gives us a chance. Retreat. Yes. Get to Fire Energy. Hit for 190 damage, but then they just ultimate. We have to actually like hope they could whiff energy. I guess they could whiff energy, switch our energy. Unlikely, not gonna lie, it's pretty unlikely that they whiff the energy here, but they could, and they didn't. So I think we just lose here. I can't come up with a situation where we ever win, except Marnie and my opponent into a ridiculously dead hand, but it would have to be like incredible levels of dead hand. I can't even like think about how dead it would have to be. We'll see what they ultimate, how they ultimate right here, and maybe see if it gives us a chance. There's a boss on my Jirachi. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but I'll take it. It means my Cinderace is still alive, which makes the Marnie play a little bit better on my turn. Yeah, the boss doesn't make a ton of sense to me. We'll see where they put the energy. All right, so they got energy here, here, and one here. So if we can clean up our bench, we still have 3 Scoop Up Net. We can KO this after that, and then the Mawile just won't be able to take a knockout. So we need to find Scoop Up Nets here. Let's go with the Jirachi send up, sure. I have the switch, so I'm gonna go ahead and Stellar Wish first, try and find a Scoop Up Net. We do have 3 left in the deck. Okay, we got 1. And now we can Rosa. And we can go ahead and grab the Cinderace, a Scoop Up Net. And there's no fire to grab, but that's fine. And now we can go evolve this guy. We can Scoop Up Net the Scorbunny, Scoop Up Net the Jirachi. So Net Jirachi. Go into the Cinderace, yes. Get to fire. And now we Scoop Up Net the Scorbunny. And then we discard this. Mute our opponent. Discard a Jirachi. I guess we should put the Marnie back on top of our deck. There's no reason not to that I can think of. So let's get the Marnie back on top of our deck. And then Flare Strike, take the knockout. Mawile can no longer knock out. So if they can't get enough energy on this station to attack, we actually have a chance here. They can come up with this station. Brave Blade knockout. If we feel like we want a Marnie, we can. I think I put it on the top of my deck. That's where it should be, right? Yeah, it should be there. We got another Marnie on the prize card, so if it doesn't come off the top deck, we have one in the hand. Here they go, Brave Blade. We go send up Oranguru, retreat into Cinderace, Flare Strike. But there's a Metal Saucer, but that's not 2 energy. They do need 2. That's 2. Okay, they got Brave Blade into Brave Blade. The Mawile play no longer works. Trying to limit Mawile, no longer an out. So I think we do just lose. Yeah, that's it. And that's what I said. This is a tough matchup. So we'll take the L here in this first one. Hopefully we don't hit any more ADP. All right, into another one. We got the Jirachi start again, which is great, and a Scorbunny to go with it. So this is looking pretty good. Got candies, but no Cinderace. There was a mulligan from our opponent, though, which is means we might be able to find what we need. They are playing, looks like Baby Blounce to me. Should be a fine matchup. I can't imagine it's a bad matchup. One prize is back and forth. Another, it's looking like the hand, one of those hands from last game where we had so many rare candy. I'm gonna Stellar Wish first here. Another Great Ball seems like the play. We could go for the Rosa grab. Could grab Rosa. Dude, Rosa for the Hearth energy. Can we make it work? I think we could make it work if we grab Rosa. Let's get the Rosa, and that's only if they knock us out turn 1 here. Go with the Great Ball now. Hoping for a Scorbunny. Another Jirachi isn't terrible. Not exactly what I wanted. This only works actually if there is 3 fire in the deck. We only play 3 fire, so if we prize one of them, maybe they'll just whiff the turn 1 welder and it won't really matter that much. I don't really want to sit on this hand with 3 rare candy anyway, so Marnie coming up next turn. I mean, depending on our top deck, I guess if we top deck something that makes us be like, well, we could just kind of hold the hand for a turn, but I'm not a big fan of well, no, I can't attach twice, so no, I can never get the playoff that I want to get off. I'd have to top deck something. If I top deck something, then the Rosa play can work. If I can't attach here and then attach retreat, that doesn't make any sense. That would be cheating. So we're just looking at the Marnie next turn, I guess. I probably should have taken the other Great Ball instead of the Rosa then. I was like thinking I could make that play work somehow in my head, but it would only work if I had ever attached to Scorbunny first. If I had an energy on my Scorbunny. Oh, here comes the welder already. They have 2. Oh no. Jirachi does not have very much HP. So it's probably gonna die. We need them to whiff a switch card here. Giving up 2 prize cards doesn't feel great, to be honest. 1 prize card I think I could deal with. But 2 prize cards, that feels a little bit rough. Hopefully they don't have another energy in hand here. But there's the switch. Oh no, they got the Fireball Circus. Yeah, there's the energy retrieval. Yeah, giving up 2 prize cards before I take a prize card, which is the way it's looking, it's going to go right here, can be a little bit rough for sure. I also want to get like 1 more turn or have a better hand to be able to pull off a knockout this turn. Depending on the top deck, we can still pull it off though, I think. That's not going to do it though. I can get candy. Just not it. Just not it. All right, we're going to have to go with the Marnie here, I think. Go with the Marnie, reset. Yeah, we're gonna have to give it the 2 prize cards, unfortunately. I didn't want to. I don't want to. Just gonna have to do it here. Start with Stellar Wish, or should I start with the Quick Ball? I guess I don't know if I need another, what's it called or not. So we're gonna take the Net. Could grab another Jirachi and just kind of loop Jirachis for a little bit here. Yeah, it sounds fine to me. Let's try and find something worth it. Give me the other Jirachi. Prize our 4th Jirachi. All right, go down. Net. And just loop Jirachis for a little bit here. Find some good stuff. There's a research. That should be good enough, I think. I think research is going to be good enough here. Yeah, we'll take the research. Take the research. We lose both our boss, which, to be honest, is pretty bad. Babylon's puts on a lot of 2 prizers throughout games. Yeah, that's not going to be great. Not going to be great to lose. To lose both of our bosses. This happened in the last game, I believe. Did we research double boss away in the last game? It's feeling like deja vu. Triple Rare Candy in a hand, researching away double boss. Yeah, because well, Babylon does put down a decent amount of 2 prizers. You know, they got the Oricorio, Dedenne, Crobat. Cramorant's just kind of good for them in this matchup because I can't one-hit KO Cramorant, to be honest. This is kind of a good attacker for them. All right, gonna go with the research. Let's get a Cinderace. Do I ever use this net? No. Kind of an unfortunate top deck to waste a net like that, but it's got to go. Oh, no. No Cinderace so far. No Fire Energy either, so we're going to need like a miracle off our Oranguru, I feel like. All right, so we're going to start with Stellar Wish. No. Take the switch. We can net the Jirachi, switch back into it. Net it again. We can go net Jirachi. Send up Raboot. Switch back into it. Stellar Wish. No miracle. We have a Rosa for the... I mean, we have 2 Rosas now. Oranguru. Save a Rosa. See what we top deck. I don't think there's ever a single card that can do it, though. There's not. All right. I can net again, but it doesn't do anything. I think do we give up our... Yeah, we give up our last Jirachi here. All right. Gonna give up 3 prize cards. The hole's being dug deeper and deeper in this one here. Finally gonna attack next turn, I hope. I guess it's possible. I still somehow whiff the attack, but we should be attacking next turn. They can chain Blounce from there. They've had a lot of time. There comes the Dedenne. We have no way to punish it anymore, though. Both of our bosses are gone, so them putting a 2 prize Pokemon in play just can't do anything about it. Comes that Energy Spinner. They only do need that 1 fire to take the knockout here. We'll finally get our first knockout next turn, and hopefully that might be enough to get the ball rolling. We could start hitting some... We have to start finding our Marnies. We have 2 Marnie left that we can then use to kind of slow down our opponents, disrupt their hand. I mean, it depends how big it is, really, if it really even matters for us to disrupt it, but theoretically it does. All right, Rosa. Grab the Cinderace. We need the basic energy, and we need a trainer card. Probably just a Great Ball. I think I like the Great Ball grab here. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, energy, Air Balloon, finally evolve. And then don't play the Great Ball yet, I don't think. I'm gonna primate with some of the Rosa once again. Got a Rare Candy, that's good for next turn. Retreat, and we do have that 1 fire in the discard pile. Okay, we're swinging. The reason I don't think this matchup is that bad, they'll probably always get the first prize card, but as long as we can keep, as long as we can respond to their first knockout, they need 7 energy every single turn to knock out a Cinderace. So we throw a couple Marnies in there as the game plays out. I think we're gonna end up in a pretty good spot, to be honest. The way this one has played out, obviously, it's not as fortunate for us. We're in kind of a rough spot. Did not get that turn 2 response knockout. Didn't even get that turn 3 response knockout to my opponent's Blacephalon. We're here in a little bit further down the line. Turn, I don't even know what turn we're in. 4 or 5 before we've actually taken a knockout. But I can feel that, if we get that turn 2, they need 7 energy to just draw 1 prize card. Usually Babylon's Art, I'm committing, 8 energy, 9 energy, 10 energy, and again 3 prize cards, 2 prize cards, whatever. But 7 energy for 1 prize card, it's a big commitment. They lose a Blound, they lose a Welder, more cards that they have to find on the next turn, so yeah, I can see it being a decent matchup if it goes that way. If we get a little bit more aggressive of a draw going, I can definitely see this being a fine matchup for us for sure. All right, we almost have another Cinderace set up. We need to candy it out. So the first thing to do is we're gonna top deck Rosa. We know that. We're gonna Ordinary Rod back in the Cinderace and the Scorbunny, because we do need to find another Scorbunny as well, because we do need to set up 1 more Cinderace. Maybe even 2 more to switch between them at some point. Get the Cinderace loop going at the end of the game where we have 2 Cinderaces up and we just keep retreating between them and keep attacking with them with the Recycle Energy. There's a knockout. We're going to get a prize card. All right. We're fine. We're fine. I don't remember if that last fire was in the deck or not, so we're going to go ahead and thin that out first if it is. We're going to only be using one of those. Yeah, there's that fire. Okay. Get the fire out. Ordinary Rod. Just 2 Pokemon. We're going to grab Cinderace and Scorbunny. Great Ball. Cinderace. Perfect. Okay. Rare Candy out the Cinderace. Attach the Recycle. I'm thinking about Primate Wisdom the Rosa for next turn, but I really do need to draw a Scorbunny. I'm just going to give it up here, I think. We're just going to discard the hand. There's the Scorbunny. 2 Scorbunnies. Primate Wisdom, the Marnie, I guess. We need Rare Candies at this point. Maybe I should have put a... I could have put a Jirachi back in the deck, actually. And that would have been good to have to be able to set up these kind of plays. So, like, Quick Ball for Jirachi here would have been actually pretty sick, not going to lie. Yeah, Quick Ball for Jirachi here would have been pretty good. Because we do need to find that Rare Candy combo, which is currently eluding us. Because we just need to attack next turn and then hope for the best. There's a Ordinary Rod, though. So we could Ordinary Rod the Jirachi back in, switch into it. We could get back Cinderace and Jirachi. Quick Ball for Jirachi. Great Ball should hit a Cinderace. There'll be 4 Cinderace in our deck at that point, and then hopefully Jirachi Stellar wishes into a Rare Candy or a 3rd Rosa. We have 1 Rosa left, or our 3rd Rosa. All right, another Welder down from our opponent. Another Blound comp. This is their 4th Baby Blound, though. I guess the question at this point might be, do they play Ordinary Rod? Because I just kind of realized they're running out of attackers. I didn't even realize there was 3 Baby Blound in the discard pile because we've only taken 2 knockouts. So I don't know how this extra Baby Blound ended up in the discard pile. I don't know when they discarded that. But if they can't find their Ordinary Rod, or it's their last prize card, or they don't play another attacker, I guess the one thing I'd be scared of here is Cramorant. Yeah, Cramorant would be something to be afraid of here, because Cramorant, second Cramorant, because they are down 1 Cramorant. They're also down 4 Welder, so for them to set up another attacker, they also need like a Palpat or a Mewtwo. They need a lot of stuff to get a knockout on the next turn. And they haven't even taken a knockout on this turn yet, which they might not be able to do. They're playing pretty slow all of a sudden. But they got 3 Fire Crystal left. There's no way they whiffed the knockout here, right? There's no way. I mean, they whiffed. Another turn to work with. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not gonna complain. Okay, now I think we go Ordinary Rod. 2 Pokemon. We don't need. I don't think I'm gonna grab another Cinderace here. I'm gonna grab these 2. I'm gonna Quick Ball away this to grab the Jirachi. I'm gonna retreat to the Jirachi. Stellar Wish. We got the Rare Candy, so now if we can just Great Ball into a Cinderace. There's still 3 in the deck. There we go. Okay, so we have both our Cinderaces set up. That's good. Cinderace, candied out. They have a lot of cards in hand, but they didn't get the cards they needed. So I almost feel like I don't want a Marnie yet. They want to save the Marnie for the next turn, possibly. Get our fires. Yeah, I want to save the Marnie for the next turn, I feel like. Go throw it back on top. With the Primate Wisdom, doesn't really matter. Got a Raboot, that's great. And then Flare Striker. Gaining some ground here. Yep. I'm curious. Do they even have another attacker after that Baby Blound? A lot of Baby Blound's decks do play an Ordinary Rod, but some don't, because the price share is just so favorable. You usually only need like 2 or 3 Baby Blounds to get big knockouts, and then maybe a Cramorant snipe, and the game's just over. So you don't even need more than that. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Marnie on that. They're gonna have a huge hand next turn. We're gonna Marnie that away, or it should be pretty huge. I could have Marnied this turn, but I feel like them playing, like, if they didn't hit what they needed last turn, then I would kind of just Marnie them into it. There's the Ordinary Rod, though, so now it's gonna get tough. Unless they don't have any Welder left. I guess that's the only other thing that could happen here. They could just be out of Welder. They probably play a Mewtwo, though. They are playing the Scoop Up Net build. I mean, everyone plays Scoop Up Net in their Baby Blound's deck, so they almost definitely have a Mewtwo in the deck. Maybe it's the last prize card, though. Maybe they can't find a Welder. That could be our other out here at this point. Yeah, that could be our other out. And like I mentioned, like the reason I think we can win this one is because they kind of run out of energy. They're not getting that low on energy yet, but to get through this knockout and then another Cinderace is quite a bit. We're giving up free Jirachi knockouts at the beginning of the game, just like turn after turn. Also, if they just don't, if they have to sit here and attach a Cramorant 3 turns in a row, this is where the what's it called could have come into play big time. The boss, we lost both our bosses. They're gonna hit us here for the knockout. If they just can't get the welder, like I'm saying, they might not be able to. We could have go knock out this Blound and then boss KO one of these 2 prizers, but we're at a boss because we discarded them both with that research. I guess I could have saved it with the Primate Wisdom, right? Didn't I have that option? But I was like, I just really want to draw for this knockout here. Didn't draw it. Could have played a little bit slower, saved one, because if they're out of welder, then that's that would work, to be honest. I just want to put Mew down, because actually Cramorant only does 160, which doesn't KO my actives. Oh wait, hold up. 160 isn't enough to KO Cinderace, and if we have Mew down, they can't snipe a bench Pokemon. They did just get rid of their boss's orders. We still maybe have a chance. Despite all this that's going on, we still maybe have a chance. New Cinderace. I'm going to Primate Wisdom the research. It doesn't really matter what I Wisdom here with the way the game's going, I don't think. Retreat. Yes. 2 fires. And then just go ahead, Flare, Striker, Knockout. But yeah, if we had a boss this turn, knock out a 2-prizer, game over. We can still maybe win this, though. We have the Mew to protect our bench. Cramorant only does 160 damage. Cinderace does have 170. They could play Zigzagoon. That is a pretty common inclusion in Baby Blound's decks. I feel like they just don't have access to more welders. The way they're playing makes me feel like they don't have access to more welders. I guess I could be wrong. Playing pretty fast again. The Marnie did basically nothing. I don't think it would have done anything really the turn before. They basically seen their whole deck this turn as well. So yeah, Marnie not really being super effective here. It doesn't really change too much that's going on here. We could also just lose this turn. They could get the Mewtwo to get the welder. I guess if they welder this turn, though, they would end up in a spot where they would deck out. So once again, maybe it's possible. We do have 2 Cinderaces as well. There's the Mewtwo grab, but they can't welder. Oh, I guess if they have the Zigzagoon, if they do play the Zigzagoon, it does work here for them. Yeah, if they do play the Zigzagoon, then they are in a fine spot, because they can just goon this guy and Cramorant snipe it. Here they're going hard for the welder, so this makes me think that they do play Zigzagoon, and I have lost this game most likely. Here comes the welder. They're weldering to the Cramorant. They've decked out, so either they got to put cards back in their deck, or they have to have the Zigzagoon. Did we cheese out a win here in the end? Did they just realize I have a Mew in play? Where are we at here? Did we do it? Yes? No? Maybe? Perhaps? I'm gonna check the discard pile one more time. I know I've been checking a lot this game. My apologies. There's a reset stamp to 2. They had a reset stamp the whole. They were playing reset stamp. A lot of Baby Blounds do play that one, a reset stamp these days. There's a net on the Mewtwo. They can put a card back in their deck. So they could put. Okay, so what they can do here is they can put boss's orders on top of their deck and then pass. And then we will lose the game, because then they can just boss up the Oranguru, the Jirachi, the Mew, and then spit shot it while it's in the active. And that will be enough for the day. There's the boss. If we do get a Marnie, though, we have 1 Marnie left. If it's in the deck, we could get Marnie and deck our opponent out at this point. So let's go quick ball away Cinderace. Let's just see if it's in there. The Marnie is in the deck. So if we can find it, we could deck our opponent out, which would be hilarious. Let's see. We each have 1 retreat into Stellar Wish and Stellar Wish. I think that's all we can do. Otherwise, they just go boss win. So we have to go retreat into Jirachi, Stellar Wish. No Marnie. Unfortunate. We still have a Primate Wisdom to potentially pull it out. I don't think we have any basics left, but we do have Pokemon left, so we get thin out the deck one more time here with this Great Ball. Great Ball, no hits. All right, Primate Wisdom into Marnie one time. Let's see. No, never lucky here on this one. We had an out. Not today. All right, gonna take an L to the baby. Oh, super close though. It actually super close here in the end. For our early game, I've been a little bit better. I think we would have had him. But gonna be a good old concede in this one anyways. Let's go ahead. Let's get into one final game. Going first in this one, our opponent chose for us to go first, so they're probably playing some kind of deck with Baby Volcanion in it. They did mulligan. I'm gonna guess Green Zard. We'll see for sure. No, it is Omastar Pikarom. Omastar Vikavolt, maybe? No, Omastar Vikavolt doesn't make too much sense. That's double item locking. Omastar Pikarom. So Green's Pikarom with Omastar is what I would guess. I guess we'll see for sure here. That's what it looks like. Looks like what we're up against here. That is definitely different. You do not see that every day. I'm actually going to use the Hearth here, but would I Hearth away is the question. I might Hearth away the Switch because I want to keep the candies. I want to keep the Ordinary Rod. Hearth away the Switch. Let's go get rid of the Switch. I want to hard retreat the Scorbunny, get these fires in the discard pile. I'm gonna do that. Stellar Wish. Oh, Stellar Wish. Take the Great Ball. Yeah, we have a draw support. If we can Great Ball into a Cinderace next turn, that'd be great. Gonna bench both of these. Mew Protect from Tag Vault. More Scorbunnies equals more Cinderaces. So that sounds pretty good to me. So we know they're playing Omastar, so we have to be kind of careful with our bench. But these both seem... I mean, second Scorbunny, Jirachi in the active, and a Mew seem too important to not have him play against a Pikarom deck. So, no way I don't put them in play here. Our opponent did open Tapu Koko, and we're pretty sure that my opponent is playing greens, a greens build. I guess I don't know for sure. They could be playing a not greens build. There's a Marnie off the rip. Goodbye hand. New draw, not as good. It's not terrible. Can still work with it. There's a doll. What is my opponent playing? Is it more Pico Omastar dolls? Hit and run more Pico to the bench to hide behind a doll. They are playing Dedenne, so it's not greens. My bad on that one, I guess. Definitely not greens. I can tell you that much. The question now is, what is it? What am I up against here, actually? There's the retreat to the doll. Is it just going to be a pass? It is just a pass. All right. Drew a net. I have no idea where I want to go from. I think I'm just going to go with a Stellar Wish off the rip. See what we get. Oh, got a Marnie. That's good. Great Ball. Hopefully grab a Raboot. Hey, love to see it. Boots. I don't want to lose any of these cards. We'll use the Hearth after the Marnie here. I don't want to lose any of those cards. All those cards are really cool, so... and is not as cool. Could get another... I think we should go for another Stellar Wish here. We're gonna Air Balloon this Mew. And Stellar Wish. There's a Rosa. I guess this is what we have to grab here. Yeah, grab the Rosa. Like, I'm not gonna bench this next Scorbunny because I'm trying to still play around that Omastar. I don't really need to bench it either. Like, if we get top deck Cinderace, we got places to put it. We get into two Cinderaces, Candy one, Revolve another one, right? So we don't need... I guess the Raboot is the only thing. We even have room for a Raboot here, so... Still just kind of chilling here in this one. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you kind of just like... We're just kind of waiting for our opponent to do something before we actually do something. So it looks like it's Raichu Omastar, the deck, maybe? There's the Stadium activation. Do a fire. Gonna go with the Stellar Wish. Gonna grab a... Probably just another Rosa, to be honest. Probably just another Rosa. We can just kind of sit on this hand for a while. We'll wait for our opponent to kind of do something, I guess, at this point. Stack energy here. And I'll use the Stadium myself. Not going to get anything, obviously, but go over to them. They have a pretty big bench right now, so we don't have to be too afraid of not being able to use items. As soon as they take a knockout or give us enough time to set up enough Cinderace where we finally want to do something, we're just going to start swinging on them and going from there. They did whiff the energy attachment last turn. They got the Coco out there, but they didn't get an energy. So it is Omastar, Raichu. That is the deck we're up against here. Stellar Wish. So research, but there's no way I research this hand. We'll just put it in the hand for later. And pass. Yeah, we're kind of just waiting until we find Great Balls and Cinderaces. If I draw a Marnie, I don't want to play it either because obviously their hand is not great. As we go back and forth here, I'm waiting to get knocked out so I can use Rhoda, and they're waiting for anything, it seems. Lightning energy. Lightning energy in general is probably going to be pretty good for them. There's a Bird Keeper. They went to their Coco, though. They got an Air Balloon. All right. Did they finally find themselves an energy for the Raichu? I'm curious. Nope. Looks like no, maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. The answer is no. All right, no energy yet. Found ourselves another Jirachi. Air Balloon or a Marnie. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Air Balloon. And once again, pass. Yeah, once again, the reason we're not benching the Scorbunny is because we're kind of waiting until something gets knocked out. We want to make sure we can use our items. Rare candies are important, stuff like that. We're not trying to not have access to items before we actually get what's called up. There's a Marnie, that's fine. We did have a very good hand, but maybe this will finally draw us into some Cinderace, to be honest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. No Cinderace here. Another triple gold rare candy hand. Actually, Great Ball first. I'm gonna Great Ball first here. All right, there's a Cinderace. Okay, we might attack this turn. Stellar Wish. Okay. I don't like this. I don't want to lose all my rare candy. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we're gonna rare candy this one out for sure. I can attack this turn, but then I lose a switch. Rare candy gone. Can we still set up enough? Evolve through Reboot, evolve through. But sitting here doesn't really do anything else anyways. That's what I'm kind of torn on here. It's like sitting here doesn't change anything. All right, we'll switch, and we'll research. Oh wait, 2 rare candy. It hurts real bad, but we know we have another one in the deck, so it might be, we still might have enough to like work with here. Just gonna retreat to Jirachi and pass, I think. Yeah, retreat Jirachi, pass. Yeah, it just feels so bad. 3 rare candy down with only 1 Cinderace setup. We can definitely set up. Let's see, we can evolve through Reboot. We can rare candy out another one. Evolve through Reboot. That's 4. Should be able to set up 5 Cinderace this game. So that we should still be good. We should still have enough Cinderace this game, I think, to play the game efficiently to the point where we're like, all right, this is good. We should. Finally, the Omastar comes out from our opponent. But we've, you know, maintained a decent bench, so they can't item lock us yet, especially with another Raichu coming into play. The item locking, it just will not be happening at all. And I think we're finally going to get attacked here. The big question is just, what are they going to attack of ours? I mean, I would hope that it's just going to be a knockout on our Jirachi. That's what I'm hoping for. If we once again enter just kind of a stalemate, we will eventually draw into the stuff we need. We do eventually like win if we just like are fully set up. I think like they gotta like pressure us before. Ooh, that's an interesting send up. Oh, okay, it's Bird Keeper. I was like super confused for a second. I was like, what are they doing here? But no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes plenty of sense. Tandem Shock. All right, we get to use Rosa finally. Like I said, sometimes just kind of wait for our opponent to take a knockout before we can actually do something. And Great Ball first. And Cinderace. There's 3 Cinderace in the top 7 cards in my deck there. Scorbunny, Energy, and probably just another Rosa, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. Let's go with these. Okay, Scorbunny. We have an Energy in here. Yes, all right. So I can attach here. Bench the Scorbunny. Eventually. All right. Retreat and swing. And then we have a switch in our hand, which means... even though they don't one-hit KO us, and they do paralyze us, we can switch out of it. So we're currently not item locked because we have equal bench Pokemon to our opponent, which is what we've been playing around this whole time, is having similar bench sizes, so they cannot trap us. And we do probably want to attack with this one, so we can actually Scoop Up Net this one, actually, to heal it. Ooh. Yeah, Scoop Up Net's real good, because they don't one-hit KO us, so we can Scoop Up Net it to heal it, remove the, what's it called, the paralyzation, and we get the Reboot back, and we put the Reboot back down, bench the Scorbunny. Okay, that's actually pretty insane for us. Yeah, so we're going to go with the Scoop Up Net play this turn and kind of heal everything our opponent did this turn, because they only do 160 damage, which is like, I mean, a perfect number for us to Scoop Up Net. So Scoop Up Net, the Bunny, set up the Mew, retreat, 2 fire again. Gonna draw our first 3 prize cards. All right, looking good. We're looking good. Recycle gonna go down to the Reboot, and then just Flare Striker, knockout. No damage in play. Our opponent's drawn 1 prize card. They can't even one-hit KO a Cinderace. I don't think it gets much better for us than this right here. Tons of options in the hand. Double boss in the hand once again. This time, we don't have to research, and we can hold on to them for future plays, unlike the previous times. But yeah, this time, we're chilling. There's a reset stamp. Not surprised that they play that at all. See how we draw out of it. Got the switch. That's really all we need. Got a research as well, so that's great. I don't really want to reset this Cinderace because it doesn't have the reboot under it. But we definitely wouldn't mind resetting this one again at some point. Oh no, I guess we are item locked at this point because I took the knockout. I should not have benched this Scorbunny again. That was definitely a mistake. Yeah, should not have benched that Scorbunny. That was a mistake for sure. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pass because we have the Rosa in the hand. Yeah, definitely a mistake there. Definitely a mistake there. I don't know what I was thinking there, to be honest. I was a little bit lost. I forgot I was taking a knockout there, I guess. But I was taking a knockout there, which means I should not have done it the way I did it. Yeah. All right, they built up into their GX attack, so they're going to be able to run to the bench and take a knockout on the following turn. Tandem Shock. Goodbye, Bunny. We got the Rosa this turn. I'm going to go ahead and send up the... I kind of want to go Candy out a... What's it called? While I can. To use the Candy efficiently, especially knowing we know that one's going to get knocked out. So I'm going to go like this, send this one up to get the Recycle Energy off it, and then we're going to go Rosa for this... Rare Candy. There shouldn't be any basic energy left. There's not. All right, perfect. We're going to Candy this one out. And we know this one can get 1-hit KO'd next turn because our opponent has built up into that GX attack here. And then we retreat. Yeah, I shouldn't have benched that. We would have been in a way better spot if I just didn't bench that. I completely forgot. I was doing so well about it off the start, keeping my bench small to play around the Omastar. And then I was like, oh, wait. And then I forgot that they, you know. You guys get what I'm saying. You guys get what I'm saying. All right. Still in a good spot, though. Do need to find a Cinderace to close this one out to end this. Oh, they're not going to GX attack here. Okay, I mean, it looks like they're not. He switched to the bench. Oh, they're going to Tingly Return. All right, so then we're going to be even further into the item lock thing going on here. I mean, I assume they're going to Tingly Return. I guess they could choose to not, but I think they're going to Tingly Return here to make it so that once again, I am item locked. They put a fossil down, so it doesn't work if they do that. Now I can switch out. But they might be sending this up for the turn, actually. Oh, no, they're going to the hand. No, they have 2 bench left. So they're going to send this up for the turn. What? Well, I guess we win, because we have Switch and Boss. Definitely a choke from our opponent there. Yeah, they definitely could have played that a little. We actually top-decked the Cinderace, which is exactly what we were looking for if it went the other way. But this works. As well, and we get our last 3 prize cards. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Knockout, there it is, and that's the game. That's gonna do it for the games with this Cinderace deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Not breaking the format or anything, but it's a super fun deck to play with. The ADP matchup is tough, but you can handle pretty much everything else. You can have pretty good matchups against everything else. That's not gonna blow anything really too hard out of the water, but it's a fun deck to play. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. If you did, give the video a like, enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.